It's working with your hands that gives you a sense of peace and accomplishment that you can't achieve any other way.
Now it's time for the test drive, and I brought in Jon, the expert chair rider. Let's see what you think of this, Jon. Okay.
Well, rock's nice, fits well, feels great in the back, Scott.
Okay, well, so you think I can go ahead and glue it up? Because there's no glue in this yet.
I think you can. It feels great. Arms
right.
sits perfect, and legs are perfect, parallel to ground. Looks great. Feels great.
Okay, so with that being said, it's time to get to some woodworking. The beautiful part of a Maloof chair, and this is one that I made, so it's inspired by Sam Maloof, are the arrow backs and all the graceful curves. And the way that I fix those arrow backs is with this spoke shave. Now this has a curved sole that you can see. This isn't flat, it's curved. And that's what you want when you're working the backs of the arrow backs. And now, Jon, you saw how the wood just came right off of there, and you've never used this. Give it a go. See what you think. Now what you want to do is rub the bottom of that curve. Oh, there you go. I've always learned one thing. If you slow down, everything comes together a whole lot easier. And right there you got it. You already have the back of that curve, and that's perfect. Now let me show you in this area right here what you can do. You choke your thumbs up on the front of the spoke shave right there, and you can make these nice little cuts by just getting in there and working that down. Give that a go. Oh man, you are a quick study. You swear you've never used this before?
Never used it before, Scott. First time right here.
So what's your impression of this tool?
I like it. Smooth. Cuts really nice.
And it is the easiest way, you know, no power tools required here, to work the arrow backs down. Now this is the front side, and this has already been rounded over, no sharp edges there. But the other thing I want to get set up here is how to glue up the rocker. So let's get to that.
And how it's made?
Well, it's a lamination, Jon, and you cut on a bandsaw strips of wood 3/16 of an inch thick. And here's the key. I learned this from the Wagoner family. You take ordinary packing tape and you wrap it around your strips once they've got glue on all pieces that are joined together. And you want that tape in a couple places. And what that does when you go to clamp this up onto the clamping jig, it stops these pieces from sliding around, and you don't have to use as many clamps. And don't worry about drawing it tight just yet. Now this is called a caul, C-U-L-L, and what that does, it eliminates a huge need for so many clamps, because now what I can do is just bring clamps up and draw it tight. And man, I love these auto action clamps. They work from so many different thicknesses, and we just bring that on nice and tight. It's fighting me a little bit here. There we go, and there you go. A couple more clamps, and that's all there is to it. Now let's go over to the rocker.
Scott, tell me about what's in the middle of these rockers.
Well, that's a figured tiger hard maple, just a thin strip like the other pieces. And I will glue all these points up now that you've done the test drive. And the cool thing is, to finish sculpting this chair, you have to look at this seat. And when I was with Sam Maloof years ago, I thought he did this all by spoke shaves and draw knives. And he said, no, the best way to do these is angle grinder. Now, he did not have this. This is called the Holy Galahad, and that goes onto the angle grinder. And with the holes, you can see what you're cutting when this is spinning around. So it's the easiest way to saddle the seat. Don't forget to leave a crisp pommel right here. And then the other thing that I have to do, because I still have another 40 hours of sculpting on this chair, These sanding discs that go onto angle grinders, these are worth their weight in gold, but when they do wear out, they'll start to burn the wood, so make sure you keep them fresh, keep them clean, and sculpt away. So you'll be able to see more of this later on.
Scott, when's the show going to be aired?
Oh, on PBS, it's show number 13 of season 26. It'll be on everywhere nationally the last Saturday in May, so be sure to tune into that. And you can also go after that to our website, which is WBGU TV, which really presents the season nationally for everybody to enjoy. So thank you. My hat's off to those folks at PBS. And you can go to their website and just go /AmericanWoodshop.org and watch the shows there 24/7 for free. So, John, I think you're up to it now. I think we'll get that spoke shave out and get you working on this.
It's working with your hands that gives you a sense of peace and accomplishment.